Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning. Today we're actually starting a new unit in math. We're going to do a unit that is exactly 2 weeks long. So for these next 2 weeks while you're home, we're going to be just doing a unit. It's about money and how we count and add money. And today is actually really easy. Today we're just starting with skip counting. So let's remind each other, how do we skip count? What numbers can we skip count by? Okay, well, we can skip count by 1, and that's an easy one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to keep going because I think you know how to do that one. We can skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on and so on. We practice skip counting with multiplication. We skip count by 3s, by 4s, by 5s, and so on. So just as a reminder, if you're having a little bit of trouble remembering how to skip count or what number would be next, what you can do is you can count on using your fingers. So if I'm skip counting by 5s and I don't remember what number comes next, I'm going to use my fingers to help me. So let's start with 5. Oh, what comes next? Okay, let's count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 5. So 10 is my next number. I can count again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's my next number. Okay, so remember, you start with a fist for the number you're on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you're just counting by 5s or by 10s, most of you won't need to do that. But if we are skip counting and we start at a different number than what you're used to, that might make it a little trickier. So if we're skip counting by 5s, but you start at 6, probably most of you aren't going to sit there and go 6, 11, 16, 21, 26. We don't have those memorized. So if you're trying to figure out what would come after 6 if I'm counting by 5s, let's try. Start with a fist. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So in your work today, you'll see some places where you can use your fingers to help you with your skip counting. The other thing that I'm going to encourage you to do today is to memorize 4 numbers. Only 4. Like, this is the easiest thing you've ever had to memorize. Okay? I think Mrs. Bosch actually encouraged you to memorize it last year, so hopefully a bunch of you already have it memorized. It goes like this: 25, 50, 75, 100. Just those 4. You can say them with me right now. 25, 50, 75, 100. If you know those 4 together, you are going to be able to count money much more easily than someone who doesn't have that memorized. Today in your workbook, you're going to be doing page 119 and 120, number 2, all the way to 9, which I know is a lot of questions in there, but they're really fast because today we're just skip counting. You'll probably get it done pretty quickly. A few reminders: go slowly enough that you're doing it carefully. Read your questions really, really well. You can't come up to my desk today and ask me to read you the question. You're going to have to read it yourself. Also, some of you, and you know who you are, you often make your numbers backwards. So today when you're finished your work, go back over everything, look over your numbers and see if there's any that are backwards, and then switch them around. All right, let's actually look at our book now. You can turn to page 119 and we'll go over the questions together. Let's take a look at what numbers you're going to be doing today. So you are on page 119 and 120, the counting by 5s and 25s. This is going to be a pretty easy one for many of you. So you're going to do number 2 all the way to number 9, which sounds like an awful lot, but it's really not. All right, so number 2, you're going to take a look at these patterns. All right, you're going to underline the number in the ones column. So remember, the ones column is going to be the one on the closest to the right. They've done it for the first one for you. And then you're going to see what is the pattern in these ones that you've underlined. So you've got 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7. I wonder if you can find a pattern there, right? And then you'll do the same for the next couple. And these ones you're just skip counting by 5s. So remember how you use your fingers to do that if you need help, or maybe you realize that the pattern you're using up here might apply down here as well. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're skip counting backwards, okay? Here you're going to fill out a chart, skip counting by fives. So you're going across, and then by the time you get here, you should be at 55. If you're not at 55 when you get here, you may want to go back and try that again. And then skip count by 25s, circling every fifth number in the chart in question 5. So you're going to use this chart, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, circle. Okay, and tell me what that pattern is. All right, in question 7, you're going to circle the numbers you say when skip counting by 25s. You can go all the way up to 150 on this one. We're not just going to stop at 100. Then you're going to write down the tens and ones digits of the numbers you circled. That's a fancy way of saying write down the numbers that you circled. It doesn't have to be tricky, just write that pattern and then continue it. If we kept this number line going forever and ever, what numbers would you need to add? In number 8, you're going to complete the patterns by skip counting by 25s. Again, memorizing skip counting by 25s is going to be really, really helpful for you. That would be something to work on. And it is just 4 numbers. So if you could have that memorized, like just say it to everyone in your house all day today. You can all memorize it. It will drive everyone crazy. There you go. Something to bug everybody. Just kidding, don't bug people. And number 9, you're skip counting backwards by 25s. All right, you're gonna do great on this. If you have any questions, you know where to put them in the Hangouts. See you tomorrow, guys.